Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. We are at another week. Can you believe it? March is almost over. So, before I go any further, I always start off with, how are you doing? I want to hear how you're doing. Drop it in the feed as we go. Hello, hello, Marva. Thank you for joining. For those of you who are new to the Envision Me Talk Show, we always start out with, so are you living your best life right now? Are you doing your what's next? Or are you looking for some support on working on your what's next? Well, look no further. We're here. What we do here at Envision Me Talk Show, we sit down and we get intimate with each other. We talk about our what ifs and I can't. We talk about all the obstacles that we faced. We also talk about how what's next. But not only that, knowing that you have a support group or a support tribe that can help you work on your what's next is the most important thing. And so that's what we're here for. We're to have fun, sit back and relax, bring your girlfriend and girlfriends, and better yet, look, you guys, I do have my drink tonight. A little bit left of it. So I want to first and foremost welcome you all to Envision Me Talk Show. I am your host, Pamela. We always come on here every Wednesday, 8:30. Today we're doing some fun things here, so I can't wait to show you what's coming. What is the reason why we're on at 8 instead of 8:30? But also we want you to come in here, ask questions. Those of you who are also new, you may not know what we do here in the tribe every Wednesday, so let me help you out. It's Win Wednesday. So what is your win for this week? Now my phone is already blowing up because people are like, well, what's a win? A win is a goal that you've already met. Or better yet, a win is, okay, I know I've set the goal, but I just don't know where I'm going to start at. Or better yet, a win is I'm thinking about it. I just don't even know where to start. Can't even wrap my mind around it. Well, let me tell you, you're in the right place because I love to celebrate you. So if that's any of you that applies to you, drop it in the feed. I love to give some amazing shout outs. Before I get on and bring on my amazing guests and we get to get down to some business, grab your pen and paper because let me tell you, we got nuggets going like we have been in the past. So I would like to first say hello, Iron. Thank you for joining us. Yay. Myra said March went a little too fast, but I'm okay. I've been obsessed with books lately. Me too. I can't wait till we talk about Book on the Shelf later in the show. Hey, Brooke, thank you for joining us. And then let's see. Okay, connect with new businesses. I see you. Yes, yes. Come on in. Hello, Miss Nicole. Hey, Miss Nicole, how you doing? Drop it in the feed and let us know what is your win for this week. Well, as you're doing that, everybody still come on in, drop it in the feed, let us know your win for the week. You'll get to hear my win for the week. But first and foremost, let me tell you about tonight's first evening guest. So the first evening guest, her name is Latasha or Tasha Rains. She is located here in Columbus, Ohio. She is known here around Columbus and as well as some of the states or cities outside of Columbus for event planning. So how many of you are thinking about it or on the fence about event planning? Or you want to know what it takes to be an event planner? Well, look no further. Get your pen and paper, and we're going to let her bring her in, and we're going to bring her drop some nuggets. Hey, Miss Tasha.
Hey, Miss Pam.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Look, I was trying to get us on an Instagram, and I said, okay, we'll have to do that later. So I was telling everybody before I brought you in while you were sitting in the green room that you're not only event planner known here in Columbus, but also in the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
So tell everybody a little bit about yourself and then we'll get into some fun stuff.
All right. So a little bit about myself. First and foremost, I not originally from Columbus. I am from Chicago. I have been in Columbus for I think about 9 years now. Mother of two amazing young men. A new GG. I have 7-month-old twins now. Started with event planning back in 2015. And it has definitely grown from like the wedding, birthday parties, and baby showers and stuff that of that nature to now being the vendor event host here in Columbus. 8 years now.
Wow.
So yes, I've had the pleasure of hosting events in Cincinnati and as well as Chicago, and definitely looking to further the platform with hosting my events.
Oh, absolutely. I can't believe it's been that long. Oh my
I know.
goodness. It feels so fast.
I
Well,
know.
what led you into becoming an event planner?
Well, it started with the actual event plan. I love planning events. I actually got that from my mom. As far as like just coordinating things and putting it together. So decided to just go ahead and get certified for it. I did the weddings, did the vow renewals, the baby showers, the birthday parties, and then I just got shy. Just got away from that for a little bit. And just one day, honestly, decided to get a venue, get some small business owners, and let's set up our, you know what I'm saying, our products and sell our items. And that's where it started actually. I tell everyone it just happened. I had absolutely no idea of what I was doing. My very first time being a vendor for an event was at my actual first vendor event. So that's why I tell people all the time anything that when I'm talking about the events and from the being a vendors from being a vendor host, it's from my own self-taught experience, because it's unfortunate and fortunate at the same time. I didn't have anyone that I can go to
Mm.
get the advice from. So it was self-taught, and 8 years later I can honestly say that this is my gift. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I love helping people, encouraging people, and at the same time they don't know but they're encouraging me and helping me as well. So yeah.
Oh, that is too cool. Well, all throughout your years of experiences, I know we've all faced some
Mhm.
challenges. How did you what was first of all, what was one of the challenges that you faced and how did you get through it?
So everything when it comes to the events, it's a challenge. It's a challenge from start to finish. Getting the vendors, promoting, hoping that the event goes well. And as tell everyone, like all events are not the same.
Mhm.
I've had some events that were absolutely amazing. I've had some events to where I'm like, what in the world is going on? Like, where are the people? But when you, of course, the cliche, always remember your why.
Yes.
Um, and that's very important because this is my passion. I absolutely love what I do when it comes to this. So for me, my reason to keep going is at the end of the day, the satisfaction that I get from my and that's my reason to keep going. It's my passion, the satisfaction that I get from my vendors, whether it's a good event or whether it's a bad event. They're like, hey, okay, this didn't happen, we still had fun at the end of the day. We
Yeah.
just got to figure out, you know what I'm saying? So it's always about making those changes and figuring out what to do to fix it. What can I add to make the next event better? Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that because no, that didn't work, we're not going to do that again. So it's just, of course, staying, knowing your why, continuing to know what your why is, why you started it, why, what's driving you to keep going. And it's at the village that I have, the support that I have with
Mhm.
my circle. I can't stop. If I wanted to, they wouldn't let me.
You know we can. You're right. You're
They
right.
wouldn't let me. So it's like outside of it being my passion and the love that I have for it, the love that I have for people, the love that I have just seeing them grow. Like over 8 years, I've seen some of the vendors that I'm like, seeing them from where we all started from, seeing them now, even when it comes to my babies, you know what I'm saying, with their events. I just love seeing the growth in them and the fact that they want to grow. They,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying, they continue to want to learn and figure out, okay, what we're going to do this year. I have some who are ready to travel. Like, okay, let me know where you're going. We hitting the road with you. So with all of that, there's no way that I can stop.
Which I love and which you're right, but the part that I really like to hone in on is your tribe. And I think that is so important for everyone to hear. I mean,
Yeah.
you're dropping nuggets. My paper's already filled already. But it's so important for all of us to understand. Tribe helps you to get
Yes.
past that what ifs and I can'ts and the buts. So
Mhm.
I'm so glad that you have that amazing tribe, as I
Yeah.
do know.
Yes.
Nicole said right here, she said, "We're not going to let you
I
go."
know. I know she is not, and like you said, like even with you, like, and I tell anyone, um, with Miss Pam has been a supporter of my events. I can honestly say probably the last 7 years, if not 8 years. Whenever I'm having an event, if I know nobody else is coming, Miss Pam gonna walk through that door with her husband and her grandkids. Okay, and if she's not able to make it, she's letting me know that hey Tasha, I'm not gonna be able to make it this time, and I'm like, and that's fine. But my tribe, when I tell you, I love them. They know I do. I fuss at them, but they know it's nothing but
She does.
love, and they fuss at me like because I've been doing it on my own for so long. It's hard for me to, ask for that help or be like, delegate this, or all right, can you do this? But this year I have learned. And if last year didn't teach me anything, it taught me that I definitely have a team,
Yeah.
and they're behind me.
Oh my goodness. Oh my, I've really seen it though at the last event. We're all pitching together, doing things. I think it's so amazing. So those of you who are listening and you're like, wow, how did she even get here? How did she get a tribe? What would you tell them?
How can I say it? Just be yourself.
That's good.
That's it. Just be yourself. I don't know how to be nothing else but me.
I
And as long as I'm constantly being my true, genuine self, it'll come. And that's it. Like I tell people all the time, in my group chats with the vendor events, with the vendors, the way that I am on my Facebook, the way that I am in that group chat is the way I'm gonna be when we meet each other the day of the event. It's just me. And I tell people, if you have a problem with me, then there's something wrong with you, and I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not trying to figure out why you have a problem with me. um it's not up to me to worry about, you know
No,
what I'm
you're
saying?
right. You're
Because I'm my true authentic self, and it shows in my passion that I have for my events and with my vendors. And I tell people all the time, when it comes to my vendor events, it's not just about filling a room with vendors for me. I promise you, we can have an event. I could probably have 10 or 12 vendors. We're
Mhm.
going to have the same amount of fun as if it was
Absolutely.
25 vendors. So
That is
it's not about that for me. It's the passion, and it's not just about, oh, I can get this vendor to do this. Long lasting relationships. Like I tell you, Nicole has been doing my events for me for 7 years.
mhm.
Deneen has been with me for 7 years. Shantae has been with me for about 6 years. So that's the important part to me, that longevity. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I can get a bunch of vendors and
Mhm.
fill a room up, but if I'm not continuing to grow with them or help them grow, anything like that, then what's the purpose?
You're absolutely right. I so agree with you. And I even agree with Nicole put here, the events she hosts are amazing. I've been doing them for 7 years, as you will learn so much from her. Let
Yeah.
me tell you, you guys, and I'm gonna have her drop some more nuggets in a minute, but let me tell you, I attended her workshop. I'll let her tell you about it. But you need to get on board with her workshop. I have learned so much about it that I even told my mom about it, and she was so impressed. So absolutely. And we have to, but you have to also, you have to invest in yourself. And I
Absolutely.
really I'm really applaud you for, as you invest in us, we get to pour in you, and it just all works out so harmoniously. I'm gonna say it, make my word up. That we work so well together that, I mean, we all know each other. It is so
Absolutely.
crazy. Like, I know Miss Nicole, I know Miss Deneen. I mean, I know
Mhm.
everybody. And so it is really nice to have. But we have here, sometimes smaller events is better than big events. I found out last week my success. So true. So
And it
true.
is.
So true. So as we go on, as we are,
And that was Irina that left that comment, right?
who?
That was Irina that left that comment.
Iran. Yeah.
All right. So, and I'll piggyback on that really here briefly, just a little bit,
Okay.
because people tend to, I'm sorry, I had to turn this light on, this ring light down. It
That's
was
okay.
too much. So people tend to get hung up on the large event.
Hmm.
And I tell people it's not about the quantity, it's about who's at that event.
Right.
You can go to a big event that hundreds of people have walked into the space. That does not mean that all of the people are going to shop with you.
True.
You can go to an event with 15, 10 vendors and get 30 to 40 people to come out. But depending on who those 30 or 40 people are, you may have an excellent event. So I tell people never get hung up on the numbers or the size of the event. Your only important thing on that day of the event is the people who walk through that door and the people who come to your table. That's it.
That's true. So true. That is so true. So true. So we have a lot of women that listen and they actually are listening to us or looking or watching the audio or video of us. They're sitting around here and they're like, man, I want to do something like that. What would be one piece of advice that you would like to leave them with?
If they're planning to host an event,
Yes.
why? Why
Why are they wanting to host the
are they
event?
wanting to host it? And I say that because let's go back to COVID. Okay. COVID, everybody was hosting vendor events.
Hmm.
Oh wow, who are you? Where did you come from? Where are they 3 years now? They're not hosting them anymore.
True.
So what I try to tell people, and the why is very, very, very important. First of all, if you're not a people's person, it's not for you.
True.
It's
True.
not. You cannot be a vendor event host and not want to communicate with people and not like people. It's not going to work. And that's me being very, very honest about it. If it's just about, oh, well, I think I can make about this amount of money. No, you're doing it for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, 8 years in, I have been doing it broke. I don't like to use that word. I always say I'm in between blessings, but my passion has definitely outweighed
Absolutely.
what I've been charging for my events.
I so
Um,
agree.
8 years in, I have now learned my worth. And my price is my price, okay?
And they're not bad. They're not bad.
And they're not, you know what I'm saying? Because of course there's more that you're getting besides just a table and chair. So know why you want to host it. If you have not been a vendor at events, no, you gotta get the behind the scenes part of it first. And I
Absolutely.
tell people all the time, yes, my story is different. I was a vendor and a vendor event host on the same exact day. But again, I'm here to say that this was my gift. This is what I am. This is what God put in me to do. And not saying that it's not anyone else's gift, but you have to get out there and network first. You
True.
absolutely cannot try to host an event and you have not attended any events as a guest or as a vendor. Because how are you going to get people to get to your events if you don't know anyone?
True.
Networking is key. Even if you're not part of an event, go out to these events and start networking with people. I always tell people, if you're interested in hosting, be a vendor for about a year, just so that you can have that insight from the vendor's view while you're hosting.
Makes
So for
sense.
me, I have all three. I'm a vendor event host, I'm a vendor, I have a vendor coordinator service. So I have a lot of input to put into this, but be a vendor for about a year with your business so that you can see what it is that you don't like about events.
Right.
Because if you don't like it, how are you gonna, you know what I'm saying, expect
True.
your vendor at your event to do it? So
That's
that
so
you can
true.
see, okay, no, I don't think I would do this. Okay, maybe I'll do that. So you have to get out there and network, be a part of events, go to these events, start passing out your business cards, find out who the vendor event host is, get connected, networking, networking, networking. That's key. I can't stress on networking more than I can.
Well, that even networking is not even just for being a vendor. That's for any small business owner,
Absolutely.
especially who is out here starting out. That is one amazing and important point
Yes.
that everyone needs to, because there's so many people that think that they don't need to get out. And I'm
Mhm.
like, well, how are you going to get your business even known? So that is so true. And I'm glad you even talked about this.
Yes.
Our time is going so fast. So, and
I
I have
know.
it's going by fast. Oh my goodness. So let me get one question in, because Miss Nicole did send this one to me. And
Okay.
her question was to ask you, how do you stay positive if your business is not on high level?
I guess that kind of goes back to what I answered earlier. Keeping yourself grounded. Um, your circle is very important. Because when you don't seem like you can continue to push yourself, or you feel like you're in a space, those who are around you, who know and know what your, you know what I'm saying, what your capabilities are, they'll definitely remind you.
Yes.
So you'll need that reminder always, always knowing your reason why. And if you feel like at that moment it's not working, try to figure out, okay, what can I do this time so that I can, so basically it's like learning from your mistakes.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
good.
Not repeating some of the same behaviors. So just again, being grounded, your circle, your support system is going to be major. And most importantly, prayer.
Oh,
Prayer. Prayer is going to, listen. Like, Lord, you gave me this gift, you gave me this vision, I need you to continue to give me the strength to push through it, because if he gave it to you, he gave it to you, and it's for a purpose,
absolutely. Absolutely.
and you got to fulfill it because he gave
Absolutely.
it to you. So that's my
Absolutely.
thing for when things are going shifty, a little rocky in your business. Definitely prayer, definitely your circle, um and just keep grinding. You
Grinding.
have to
Yeah. Oh,
just
yeah.
remember what your purpose is and what your vision is. Like you Raina said, your vision.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, she said your
Yeah.
vision. And Nicole said, Amen. Yes, prayer is key. Yes, it
Yes,
is.
absolutely.
And Iron said, Amen.
Yes. Yes,
So
that's it.
true. Absolutely. So with that being said, what is your what's next?
My what's next? So I have revamped, I guess you want to say relaunched, my membership program. I had started that. Ooh, it's been 5. Has it been 5 years for that? 4 years?
Uh,
No, 3 years for the membership program. So 3 or 4 years for the membership program. I've had about 2 or 3 classes with it. Stepped away with it, you know, for a little bit. But again, my why. People out here need it unknowingly. They don't think they do for whatever reason.
that's true. I agree.
Whatever reason, they don't think they need it, but it's needed. And so I had a lot of life situations that happened with me last year, and so my plans was to revamp that on a online platform. Things happened, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just wait. But I was like, no, Tasha, just continue with the way that you did it, and when it
Mhm.
gets there, it'll get there. So
Right.
yes, my what's next is my Vending Essentials membership program. It's an 8 week online course, private Facebook group. And it's where we just really dig deeper. And my thing is, we dig deeper and we come from behind the table of the vending table. Because as you stated in the workshop last week, was like, I didn't know it was this much to know. Like,
Right. I, no, I took so many notes. I had to go take a break. I had to take a mental break. I mean,
yeah,
oh my
and so
goodness.
that's the thing and I tell people it's more than just getting your product and going to set up at a table.
So
It's
true.
it's so much more to it. And once we dig deeper into it and we have all these different discussions that we talk about and get people to engage, it's just always fantasizing to me, and I love it. Like I tell people all the time, I can sit and talk about vendor events all day long. The pros and the cons, because
Right, right.
listen, I can talk about it all. There's been events to where maybe 3 people came to a 4 hour event. Okay. And I'm just like, all right, what we about to do? We gonna turn on some music, we about to dance. we got to do something. We here, right?
Right. That's right. That's
So at
right.
the end of the day, it's all about making, just making the best out of whatever situation it is,
Oh, I love that.
and that's just it.
So how can anybody, first of all, if someone wants to even start working on your member or getting into your membership, how can they do that?
You can email me. I don't know. Can I add my email address to this chat? I don't know.
Yeah,
But the email address is events by Tasha, and that's TASHA, the number 80 at gmail.com. And again, that's events with an S by Tasha 80 at gmail.com. You can just email me with any questions regarding the membership program, or if you're in Columbus or in Chicago or in Ohio, period, because remember, I'm about to start traveling.
that's,
Well, like, nope, I've already started.
I was gonna say that.
You gotta
Oh,
get to
I
the
was gonna say
location.
that. So let me see if she's gonna change it to
Yeah.
Aubrey. She's
So if you're interested in the membership program, if you're interested in being added to the vendor list for upcoming events, again, as I stated, I don't only not only host my events. I have a vendor coordinator service where people hire me to get vendors for their events. I actually have 2 contracts this year, thank God. To Miss Pam as well. Thank you, Miss. Thank you, Nicole, for dropping that email. See
thank
what I'm
you.
talking about? My team, come on through. That's what I'm talking about. Yes,
That's
that's
right.
the tribe. Okay. But yes, membership program information. The next class, I want to say, I think it starts April 17th. Um, there are payment options. You do not have to pay the full amount up front. So I'm a very, very, very understanding person when it comes to finances. But at the end of the day, I also know that we pay for what we want to pay for.
Absolutely.
So if this is
Absolutely.
something that you feel that you want to invest in for your business to help you grow when it comes to doing vendor events, then we'll make it happen. All
Oh
right.
my goodness. Yes. And so my last question for you is, what's your win for this week?
My win for this week was the other vendor coordinator contract that I just got.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
that was added. And I don't know if I mentioned it to you or not, but yes, with Kingdom Image Awards.
Oh, that's right. I seen
Yes.
that.
Yes. Thank
Congratulations.
you.
That is
So got it for
awesome.
them for 2 of their events this year. And then of course I have the one with At the Table for 2 events this year, as well as the Black Nativity Play for 2 events
Oh,
this year. So I'm
yay.
very, very grateful. And that's something that has been word of mouth because I have not advertised my vendor coordinator service in about 2 years.
Oh, that is awesome. So
Yes.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
Even
you.
Nicole said
And
congratulations.
she gonna be right there with me.
I know that's right. Nicole, I understand, girl, because I'll be there too. So it don't
Right.
already know. So, first and foremost, oh, before we go,
Mhm.
tell everybody where they can your next event.
All right. So my next event is April 29th. It is my Mother's Day shopping bazaar. And the address is not I always get these addresses mixed up. 6561 East Livingston at Palooza Palace, Reynoldsburg, Ohio, 6561 East Livingston, Palooza Palace, April 29th from 2 to 7. All right. Come check us out. It'll be over 15 vendors, complimentary mimosas, complimentary chocolate covered strawberries. Vision Made Media will be in the building. We will be live streaming the event. Um, check her out every Wednesday leading up to the event. Each of my vendors will be featured on the podcast as well. We'll have everybody candles, skincare products, self care products, food, because there's not an event of Tasha's if there's not a food vendor. Okay. We'll have sweets, we'll have jewelry, African attire, CBD products. Miss Pam will have her table with her products as well. I have my t-shirts, Mother's Day baskets, something for everyone, but most importantly, we will be there to have fun. Okay?
Absolutely. That's official.
We
Yes.
will be there and we will have plenty of fun. I promise you. I also like to put a plug out. I am also the vendor coordinator for the Nothing's Bigger Than Small Business event, first event that will be held May 6th and 7th at the Columbus Convention Center. We need everybody to come and support that. If you're on here, you're a small business owner, and you would like to be a part of the event, hit me up. Nicole, drop the email address. Let's do it. Somebody has put their all into this event for Columbus, and I want to make it the best for her.
Oh my goodness, yes. Tasha, thank you so much. This was so fun. Look, time has gone
I
by.
know, right?
Oh, we're going to do this again. I love this. I love this. I want to thank you so much for coming out
Thank
and
you
being
for
a part.
having me.
This is, I can't even wait for our next time and the
No,
event. Of course, I'll be there at the
right.
event. So, and your tribe, they're rocking it. I mean,
Yeah,
Miss Nicole is
Nicole
rocking.
got me.
Miss Nicole is rocking it, and I just want to thank you for coming. This was so much fun, and I definitely will be in touch with you.
You're fine. You're welcome. How do you pronounce her name? I don't want to say it wrong.
Which one?
Maria?
Maria.
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 You're welcome. Send me a request on Facebook. I don't give out free information anymore because I know my worth.
I know, right?
So if you caught it here, remember. But no, anytime you have any questions, send me a message and we can definitely chat.
Perfect. Well, girl, I'm gonna let you go. I
All right.
appreciate your time.
I
And
gotta
guess
get ready for
what?
Saturday.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Get look, I know, right?
Well, thank you, Miss Pam. And as
Thank
always, you already
you.
know I appreciate you.
This was so much fun, and I appreciate you. And I'll talk to you
Thank
later.
you. All
Take
righty. Have a good one. You too.
care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
You guys, I don't know how many. I definitely, my pages are is filled up with her. She drops amazing nuggets. So if you are looking to connect to Tasha, she had dropped her email here. Here's her email. If you have any, or you want to know where you can connect with her. If you didn't catch it, she actually is having an event on April the 29th. And yes, I will be there. So I can't wait for you guys to join us. Now I have another amazing woman. Let me tell you, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, I'm bringing the women. They're dropping the nuggets as Tasha has, and now I'm getting ready to bring on another amazing co-host or amazing guest. Her name is Christa. Christa is a professional portrait photographer and a transformation coach. Who don't need that? She's based in Los Angeles, California. Christa started her photography journal in 2015 from her parents' backyard using a black flat bed sheet against a concrete wall held up with this is where I laughed at the gorilla tape. Really, Christa? Doing a milk bath shoot in a baby boat pool, too small for her clients to fit their entire body into. From the beginning, Christa knew that her purpose was to be a reminder of the power that her clients, mainly Black women and LGBTQIA plus people, held within a community and held in with society that often forget them or left them behind. Krista's focus has always been on showing the beauty, the power, the resilience, and depth within society's most powerful people. And Krista's photography journey, she has lived in Italy for 3 months, sold out 2 European photography tours, has earned multiple six figures, millions of views a year on social media, and hired a team back her and her vision. Crystal's goal from the beginning has been to light the illusions that the power that her clients always poses, to be more than an inspiration or an online example of professional photography, but instead to be proof of the transformation that is positive when we pursue our dreams resiliently. Excuse me, you guys. So without further ado, y'all, I'm going to bring on our next amazing guest, Christa. Hey, girl, how you doing?
Hey, hello. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming and being my guest. I'm excited.
Me too. This is going to be so good.
Oh my goodness. You are so amazing. When I was reading this, I had to read it a couple times. I was trying to make sure I wasn't going to miss out on any important points on you. You're doing some amazing work. So
Thank
you
you.
rock it, girl. You keep rocking it. We
Thank
have
you.
Flo from Nicole, and then Myra says, I've always wanted to get into photography. Something about it is so wonderful.
Yes,
It is.
absolutely.
Oh my goodness, you guys have to check out her work. But look, before we get into that, because look, I'm jumping ahead of it. So, Christa, how did you, as you had talked about, I know you said you had gotten into photography work, and I thought the gorilla tape. I laughed. I thought that was so good. That was good. But you not. But what I really liked about it, you let nothing stop you. I
Yes.
really did. So, tell us a little bit more about this.
So in the very beginning, I was just deeply delusional. Actually, it was the gorilla tape and having the baby pool. I didn't realize until about 2 years later that that was something that would be considered unprofessional or kind of weird. It never registered to me. All that I thought was, I want to create these amazing, beautiful things for these people who are so worthy of having these experiences. And so people would come in and I would kind of forewarn them, be like, listen, we're going to a backyard, my parents' backyard, against this ugly wall, but just trust me. And almost unanimously, they would say, I've seen your work. I know what you can do. And so it really just brought that confidence out of like, okay, it doesn't have to be beautiful behind the scenes. It doesn't have to be what everybody else is expecting. It
Right.
just has to be perfectly right for what we're trying to do. And so that was really the core of what started it for me, was wanting to show people that imperfection is beautiful, and that just taking those additional steps one at a time is perfectly fine. It's everything that you need to do.
I love that you said that. I promise you, I love where you had talked about showing the imperfections are beautiful because, and I want to talk about that a little bit more because so many women, and I'll let me fess up because don't let me make sure my coach ain't jumped on here yet because I'm sure she will. I too was like, very conscious of the way, the body image. And I was so worried at one time what society talked about. So I love that you're actually honing in on that and empowering people behind the lens to let them know that it's a beautiful flaw. That it's not a flaw. It's you're
Yeah,
beautiful. And I love
absolutely.
that. I love that. So as we deal with people like me that though, yeah, I sounded good.
Mm.
How do you even get us to get out of that though? When you're behind the lens, how do you even get us past that?
So you kind of create this moment where people aren't as focused on themselves. And what I do is I kind of trick people by putting them in hair and makeup first. When they get to know me on a personal level, when we're laughing, listening to music, and kind of just dancing around, it's a lot easier to put your trust in somebody as opposed to just immediately walking in the door. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just go ahead, get in this baby pool. I know your body doesn't fit into it, but let's do it anyway. Or if they didn't do hair and makeup, I made a point of really connecting with them before they ever even entered my studio. So I've
Oh.
always been huge on like sending voice messages in the DMs if I could, sending GIFs, like any, or GIFs, however you say it, and just really not trying to be robotic, right? Because
Mhm.
whenever we're trying to run our businesses, whenever we're trying to show up, you want to show up fully as yourself. And I am a GIF and emojis and high energy and high vibrational person. So
Yeah.
that's how I show up. And it's a lot easier for people to trust me when the way they see me on camera or in video, or even over like a voice in your DMs, matches who I am in person. It's like you're friends already before they even get there.
I have to agree because when we were on the phone talking, and then when Brooke was like, "Well, she's coming on the show," I'm like, "Shut up, really?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, I can't
I know.
wait."
when she messaged me, I was like, yeah.
I was just so excited to have you and that you came on at the last minute. But this has just been so fun. And actually, the ladies are loving you because Myra said body image is such a big thing amongst women that she loves this. And then Tasha said imperfections are beautiful. Love it.
Absolutely.
And then Nicole, this is so true. I love this.
Good.
And we need it. And we need this. So this we need it, especially with so much going on into the world and society is just so still focusing on body image. I have to give the praise and shout out to Lizzo because I commend her. She came out of all that she faced, all the negativity, and she's showing that body image doesn't matter. It's the inner self. I'm oh my goodness. So I have to shout her out because once I seen that, I knew, okay, if she can do it, then I definitely can do it. You know what I mean?
Yes, she was a big one for me too. When she came out there full twerk like her,
yeah,
like, oh, you are my person.
Yes, that's but I love it.
I'm sorry.
No, I love that.
Me too. And that's so important, especially with the photography industry, right? Like I know that you guys have seen these over photoshopped people and it's like they don't really exist what real humans look like anymore. And I think that it is so impactful to move in towards what actual women look like and our bodies and all the curves, the beauty that is within them, right? Whether you're super, super small or whether you're, you know, a curvier person, your body is beautiful. There's stories in that. There's things that you've gone through that have impacted the way that your body is, and you have every right to embrace that. And it is powerful to embrace that.
Oh my goodness, you are so right. I have to agree with you because my stylist, I go with her, and then when I leave, she's like, "Girl, you have got a major attitude." I'm like, okay, well, this is what you've created now. But I so agree. And even with Myra, she says she loves Lizzo. She has helped me love my body more ways than a few years ago. I agree. And I love that even you are doing that. You're out here kicking down the doors for women like us. So one question on my phone, someone asked me, how do they even get connected to you? My phone is blowing up as over here. So
so I have a Facebook group for everyday people, models, whomever that wanted to get to know me a little bit more. You can find it on Facebook. It's literally Christa Dickson VIP. However, if you're on my Instagram, I'm on there every single day, every day in my stories, making bloopers. Y'all see me running around in onesies, looking crazy. Because I'm serious. When I say I'm authentic, y'all see me with curly hair in the morning, afros out. Like, I don't want to talk to anybody. So my Instagram, which is also Christa Dickson Photography, is another really, really good space to just connect.
Oh, I love that. I love it. I can't wait to follow you. This is going to be so much fun. So, we have women around the world that are sitting there and we're like, man, how do they even do this? And so how did you even do this? And, how am I to move out of this space and move into the space that you're in? What would be one piece of advice that you would give them right now?
Start now. Don't worry about it being perfect, because you're never going to be perfect. Perfection is such an overrated thought system. The best thing that I can suggest you do is to show up now in your fear and your imperfection and in all of the doubt and just pursue it. Be okay with making mistakes. Be okay with having what I like to call failing forward. I think I got that from Will Smith.
Yeah.
That's a part of it. That's a beauty in that journey, right? Is getting to fail and learn something new. So that is absolutely my first tip, is just start. Don't expect it to look perfect. Just go, 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 go.
So I love that. So Latasha, Myra just put it in the chat. She says connect with Christa on her Instagram. Now, Christa, she wrote Christa Dickson. Is that how you can connect you on your Instagram?
It would be CH. So CHRISTA.
Okay. She said thank you.
You are very welcome. Thank you for putting it in there.
I know, right? The community's here. We're all here supporting each other, which I so love this. As we
Yes.
move, I mean, our time today has moved by fast. You ladies have been amazing today. So
Okay.
as we are struggling, as I'm struggling, because I could talk all day about this.
Me
So,
too.
oh my goodness, this is so amazing. But one thing I want to know is, one part of my show that I always talk about is book on the shelf.
Mhm.
What book are you reading? If you're reading one, and if you're not, what one would you recommend for people to read?
So there's a book that I had right next to me, and I can't remember. It depends. Is there like a certain topic? Are we thinking
Nope,
business book, mindset?
nope,
Okay.
nope.
There's a book called Girl Code. I believe it's by Kara Alwell
Yes,
Wava.
yes.
That was the first book that I ever picked up that was about mindset, business, the whole thing all in one. And it changed my life. Like this book, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, there are pages ripped out. It is highlighted to the nines. Brilliant, brilliant book. And then if you are a business owner and you're looking to like scale, the traction method books, not that I do have to shout this one out because it's so good. Those books are like chef's kiss.
Really? No, I haven't
Mm.
read that one. I have Girl Code. I'm like you now. Girl Code is over here on my bookshelf, and I got it yellow, orange. They all mean the colors mean so many different things.
Yes,
I love that, and I also have it in Audible because I had to. That's just
you
my.
have to. Audible is where it's
I know, right?
at. Where it's at.
Audible is my
Yeah.
lifesaver.
Especially when you're like driving and stuff or going
Yes,
anywhere long distance. Just
yes.
Audible.
Audible was it. And then when I loved, after I fell in love with Audible, I bought it paper. And so then I went back and I'm highlighting. I'm like, oh wow. And it's so you guys have to, I do not, let me first say this because my phone is blowing up saying you get kickback. I get no kickbacks. I believe though, in order for us to go after our what's next, one way to do it is expanding our minds. And so the book is the easiest way. And you can, everyone's like, well, it costs. Well, no, you can get it through the libraries for free,
You can.
as long as you're a library. So I'm telling you that, yes, you need to get that, Tasha. It is so good, especially if you can listen to it and then go back and read it. It just made it even right on the mark. So as we talk the book on the shelf, we need to work on some self-care. What is your self-care routine that you do?
Oh, okay. I love that question. So I am a big morning routine person. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm a slow waking up type of person. So my self-care routine is very much every morning. So I like to wake up. The first thing that I do is get coffee because I will not survive without it. It will not happen. After that, I am really big on trying to sit down journaling
Mhm.
and doing some meditation. While I'm doing that, I focus in really hard on what I'm trying to manifest today and what I'm trying to manifest about 5 months out
Oh, no.
and really create that vision. So that's
Oh,
what I do for the most part, just because it comes back like tenfold and I love it. And it's quiet. No one's around. It's at like 5 a.m.
yeah.
No one is near me and it's so nice.
Oh, I love that. Well, you know what? I wanted to go back to the photography one thing where I have women ask me, well, ask her what's a good pose for us to do on a photography. Can you tell them, can you give them a tip on that?
It depends on what the session is. So for like, if you're like, let's say you're on vacation, right? You want to do S poses, if that makes sense. So
Yes.
S poses, turn to the side, kind of pop your hip out, if that makes sense. I'll post
Yes.
something on Instagram. Go to my Instagram and I will post it. I'll post an S pose. But that's what you want to do and elongate yourself. You can't see me and I don't have on actual pants, so I can't get up. That's the answer.
Okay, the S pose, but you guys check her out on Instagram and she'll show you what it looks like. That is so funny.
Oh man.
Like, that is so funny. But that is a good one though, is the S pose. I've heard that before. Then as we're getting ready to, I mean, tonight's almost over with. What would you like to leave everybody with? That's one of my questions. What would you like to leave the audience with?
I guess more than anything, something that's been happening so much for me that I've really needed here recently, and this might sound a little weird, is to be a little more selfish. Because here's the thing. When we talk about selfishness in the form of societies today, it sounds really, really bad. But when you are in a space where you're being a little bit more selfish, you're loving yourself a little bit more, what you're doing is you're giving everybody around you permission to do the same. And so don't be selfish with everything, but it is okay for you to pick yourself.
Oh, I like that. I love that. Love that. So, what is your win for this week?
Oh, I got to do a photo shoot with wolves again for the first time in like 3 years, and that was so good. Yeah.
Wow.
It's been a long time. I've missed that one, and we finally got to do that one again. So I would say that's a win. And then I have two, if that's okay.
That's okay.
I also recently did another one of my launches on my coaching side, and we are not even a week in, and like 6 people have already doubled their investment. And it just, my whole heart is.
Yay. Oh, I can believe that. I believe
Yeah.
that.
That's the best part, is when you know people are getting what they need.
Yeah. So Myra comes back and said,
That's
wait,
wolves.
wolves?
Yeah. Yeah, my style of photography is very different,
Yeah.
guys.
Guys, I promise you, she is amazing. You guys got to check her out. And Tasha says, congrats.
Thank you.
And Miss Nicole say, congratulations. Oh my goodness, you guys got to check her out. I promise you, her photography is amazing, and everything like that. So as we talked about your win, that's amazing. That I can't wait. So when will you have those photos of you of doing the wolves, the photos of the wolves?
So those ones, I believe my previews come back this week, but then after the clients preview them, they finalize in about 2 to 3 weeks is when they get the entire thing back. But my Instagram will have previews this week for sure.
I can't wait. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep reminding you guys. Myra says, I want to take pictures with wolves. She goes, but
Come to
congrats.
Ohio. I'm in Cincinnati right now.
She is. Myra is close too. Myra's in Ohio too. So
Come on. Come on down.
Come on down here. Oh, look, we could all have a good old time taking photos with the S pose.
Yes.
That would be so fun. So then my last question for you, which time has gone by so fast.
Yes.
It really has. But what is your what's next?
I don't know fully. So I'm in the process of trying to invest in my first real estate property.
Okay.
And the other thing is that right now I'm just super focused on scaling my coaching business even more, being able to transform and impact more people. And if I can do that, I'm happy.
Oh, that is awesome. That is so, you know what? This was so much fun. I'm gonna have to come back. This was really fun. But as we get ready to, sadly enough, because I can have you guys on here all night, and you're like, Miss Pam, really? And I'm like, yeah, just go get you some pop, get you some tea, coffee.
Take a Starbucks break. We'll see you in 15.
Right. And we're coming back. Yeah, absolutely. Well, before we go and let you go and doing your amazing work, what would you like to leave our audience with?
Just show up for yourself. That's the biggest thing. That's what's been really showing up for me lately, was show up for yourself. The more you show up for yourself, the better you can show up for others, the more we can give. And if you show up first for yourself, loving yourself, flaws, uniqueness, all, whatever it may be, show up. You're enough. You are worthy. There ain't nothing anybody can say or do to make that less true. So
Would you say get going? Why aren't you moving? When you say do it now. But you know what? This was so much fun, and I so appreciate you for coming here. I promise you, this was just such a blast. Mara says, this has been the thing I have been doing for myself. It's hard, but I will get there.
You will.
You will. As long as you keep doing it day by day, step by step, takes baby steps, you know? And so long as you're working on it, that's all that matters.
Yes.
Well, Christa, this was fun. I'm going to put you in the green room. Don't go anywhere, though, and I'll be right back with you.
All right.
Okay, you guys. Did you get your nuggets? I did. I have so many nuggets from these amazing women. Look, I have so many going on here. It is just amazing, and it's so crazy. But I wanted to let you all know, first and foremost, I want to thank you all for coming and taking time out of your day, stopping by here at at Envision Me Talk Show. We do it here every week where we come in and we bring in some amazing women, such as Christa, such as Tasha, and doing what they're doing. They're working on their what's next. But did you catch? They also face their what ifs and I can'ts and buts and how they got through it. So if you're looking to connect to either one of those women, just drop it. You can drop me a feed, or you can drop me a feed. You can drop it in the feed, and I will definitely connect you to these amazing women. This was amazing, amazing. If you're looking to go after your what's next, but you're not sure on how to get there, drop me a message in the feed, and we can have us a 30-minute chat, and we can sit down and we can talk about how to get you to your what's next. And know that where you are now is just the beginning and the start. And we can get you to the end with a vision on a one goal in a bag vision board kit. So if that's something you would like to do, go ahead and do that. Also, my ask from you is, if you like today's show, or if you would like to recommend it to anybody, please do that. But I also ask you that go and give us a comment. Go out here and do it on one of the large platforms. Let us know how we're doing. That's the only way I can do and be better, is by improving myself, hearing it from you. And so with that being said, I want to first and foremost say thank you again for joining me. And always, as always, I say, live your life for you. We only have one life to live. And the only way you can live your life for yourself is going after your what's next. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with living your best life. That's what I'm trying to do. And so if you're looking for a tribe to do this, hey, you're right here. We're right here for you. Until next week, when I have another two amazing co-hosts. I think it's 2 or 3. I don't know what it is. But anyways, if you're looking for coming back here for supporting us, or if you're needing some support, drop it in the feed. We're here for you. But until next week, we'll see you then, everyone. Take care. Bye.